Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the completely brand new shoe from Decathlon, their Kiprun KD900X carbon plated race shoe. Super exciting when a company the size of Decathlon introduces an all new shoe like this. Is it going to get the likes of Nike, Saucony and Adidas quaking in their carbon plated super shoes? Well, stay tuned to find out. The full first impressions video is coming up now. So starting out, I've got this 100% with my own money, bought it off the Decathlon website here in the UK. We've done about 30k so far in this shoe, lots of different paces. We're going to start out as usual with all the facts and figures. We'll talk about the likes, the dislikes, is it going into rotation, and then my conclusion at the end as well. So you can move your mouse around and see what you want to see. We're going to start out first with all the facts and figures. Starting out, this shoe cost me £129. It's going to be around about 150 euros in the EU. In America, really not sure if this is going to be released. They do have some stores in Canada, and I think they have some in America. I'm not 100% sure. But if you want this shoe, you might well have to get it imported. The stack height at the back is around about 35mm. Again, I can't find this exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's about an 8mm drop between the back of the shoe and the front of the shoe. In terms of weight, nice and light, about 270 grams. It's a neutral shoe and very much a racing shoe. Yes, of course you can do some of your speed sessions in this. It's not going to be like a long run cruisy shoe or something to do your easy and recovery runs in. It's a shoe, of course you can, but where this will specialise is that sort of speed work and that racing. The upper on the shoe made out of this lovely mesh, really nicely conforms to the shape of your foot. Reasonably wide, not the widest shoe, but as racing super shoes go, not too bad. There aren't different widths available. Moving on to the midsole, which is this Pebax foam that Decathlon have developed with a chemicals company in France. It's a slightly different composition. Now, Nike famously also use Pebax in their foams, and yeah, it feels very, very different. The Nike foam is just a lot softer, a lot squishier, and it just feels different to the touch. This is much, much firmer and a different sort of composition. Decathlon really going for that durability aspect on this shoe. The outsole, you've got these big rubber sections here on the bottom of the shoe. Again, Decathlon really going for the durability angle here. There is a carbon plate running through the shoe. You can see it's exposed on the bottom here. And then finally, this was true to size for me in my UK size 12. One of the really good things about Decathlon, especially in Europe, they do have a lot of stores. You can get into the stores and try this on, although at the time that I bought this, I couldn't find it in the shop and I had to buy it online. So hopefully this will be appearing in some Decathlon stores. You get and try it on and run around in it in the shop. Right, let's have a chat about the likes. So the first one is the fit and comfort of this shoe. Once you get it on, not the easiest shoe to get on. Once it's in, you've got the laces up, locked down, just feels really nice, comfortable, no issues, no sliding around. Good lockdown fit, as I say, no blisters, no hot spots. Not much in the way of ankle support at the back, but you've got to remember this is a full-on lightweight racing shoe, but I had no issues at all with any Achilles issues or anything like that. So all in all, very good on that sort of fit and comfort. Moving on, we're going to have a chat about the grip. Now, Decathlon have really focused on this with these big rubber bits on the outsole. It was really good. It held the road well, cornering, lots of confidence. I haven't been able to run with it in the wet conditions yet, but I suspect this will do really well. Looking at some of the other reviews I've seen, the wet weather performance has been really good as well. My final like is the durability. Now again, as I keep saying in this review, Decathlon have been focusing on this. So this shoe will be good for up to 1,000 Ks of top fast running. When you look at the likes of Nike, you're really talking about 200 Ks of fast running and many thousands of just suboptimal running. But with this, Decathlon saying you can run a good 1,000 Ks before that drop off in performance, before the foam decreases. So far, there's really no evidence of any sort of degradation on the shoe at all, but I've only run in it for about 30 Ks so far, so to be expected. And finally, Decathlon are offering a 2-year guarantee on this shoe, which is really good. Any problems, you can just pop in store and chat to someone as well. So with their sort of network of shops, it's really good. And as I said earlier, good to get in there and try it on and get that good fit. So today's question of the day is, how much do you like to look around when you're buying for a new shoe? Or do you just stick to your old favorites? Do you just get your Nike, your Saucony, your Adidas, your Asics, or do you like to look out at some of the maybe smaller brands, something like Decathlon is a huge company, but something like this, the 361s, the Topos? Yeah, we'd love to get your thoughts on whether you like to have a look around. Or I think of this thing as like the curry house thing. You think you're going to go into the curry house, choose something new, but you always get the chicken tikka masala. It's just the same every time. It'd be great to get your comments down below. We'll catch up down there for a chat. Right, back to the video. Right, let's move on to the dislikes. Now, I wasn't expecting to say this, but my first dislike has to be the price. £129. On the face of it, it's a really good value for this sort of shoe, but it's not offering anywhere near the performance of the models higher up. And Decathlon are very unlikely to discount this shoe or put it on special. They're just not the kind of company that will do that. And you can go online now and you can go get some Vaporflies for about 160, 170 pounds. Some Alpha Flies about the same. The Adidas Pro 2, this is the Pro 3, but the Pro 2 for about 126. So there are much better, faster, more proven shoes for around the same sort of money. And I don't want to knock it too much. It's great we've got some people coming into the market, but with the likes of the Aritu, I can never pronounce that name, Aritu Artist shoe, which is about $100 US, that's offering a great amount of value. You know you're not going to get quite the speed of these faster shoes, but you're not paying too much. It's a really odd price point just here, because you can go and buy a Saucony Speed for about 145. It's probably going to perform a lot better than this will. So let me know your thoughts on this. I'd really interested to see you down in the comments. What do you think around this sort of price point? The second dislike is the ride. Now, it is very, very firm, especially compared to some of the other shoes on the market, albeit more expensive, but it is firm and you can't get away from that. Now, Decathlon have said this should soften up over time, and it's all about their trying to get 1,000 Ks of top performance in the shoe. You've got to run maybe 200-300 Ks in before it will start to come to life. Now, whether I'm going to do that or not, I don't know, because at the moment it's really not that much fun to run in because it's so stiff, and I'd rather pick up one of the other options out there because it'd be much more fun to run in. And the third dislike is there's just no all out and out speed. It doesn't really come close to some of the offerings out there, and as I say, it's firm and it's just not that much fun to run in. It's quite unlikely I'm going to be reaching for this too much going forward. But yeah, it just doesn't have that excitement factor, and it just doesn't have that speed. When you get up to speed, you really feel like you're having to do all of the work. So let's wrap things up with a little conclusion. So who is this for? Well, with that sort of firmness, I'm not going to be wanting to run even a half marathon or marathon in this shoe. I think my legs would just get so trashed. Maybe a 5 and 10K. With that sort of lightness, again, the other offerings are a little bit lighter as well. It could be good at that sort of distance. And if you want to try this shoe, that's where I'd recommend it for, that sort of 5 and 10K. But to kind of summarize it all, I really was so excited with the shoe. I really wanted to like it, but I can't sit here in all honesty and recommend it, unfortunately. There's just so many far better options. The tech just seems a little bit far behind. Had I been running in this 3 or 4 years ago, it would have seemed exciting, it would have seemed new, it would have seemed good, but with all the other foams and the carbon plates from the other offerings at the moment, there's just far better things in there. My recommendation would be to go out, look at some of the sales, see what kind of prices you can get for some of the other offerings. So is this going into rotation? Well, I think you can see it's going on eBay. Try and get some of my money back from this shoe. I know I really should, in all honesty, take it up to 200 or 300 Ks and see if it's going to break in and see if it's going to perform. But I've got so many shoes here to review and test, I just haven't really got the time to do that. But let me know your thoughts. Maybe you are out there and you want to put those Ks into this shoe to see if it will come to life. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for following along with the video. Stay tuned, we've got Berlin coverage coming up, and see which shoe we're going to be choosing for that. and then on to Valencia later on. Thank you all for the support. Please check out the website, the latest greatest hats, merch and everything there to help support your training and all the training plans as well. I'm off to get some more miles in. What are we going to go with today? I think we might go out with the new Saucony. Really enjoying this. So that's it, guys. All the best with your training. Stay tuned. We've got lots of stuff coming up and we'll see you in the next one.